When you walk into the Polka Deli in Silver Spring, it's like stepping into another country. This little gem of a business located on New Hampshire Avenue opened in 2018, and since then has become a favorite stop for Polish meats, food, and groceries for people like Councilmember Will Jawando.
Getting a Reuben kielbasa.
Owners Maria Stanisławek and Joanna Coleman immigrated to the United States 15 years ago and became friends through the local Polish school.
Yeah, we grew up in Poland, so
Yeah.
we grew up in, cooking with our moms and learning from the best grandmas and moms,
Right.
And we had a feeling that we know enough to do it, and we have enough experience and knowledge.
There are some Polish places in the area, Maryland, Virginia, but none of the places have kitchen. None of them serve like hot food. We heard a lot from people that they do like Polish food. They enjoy it. It's comforting.
Polka Deli offers many of the staples of the Polish culture. Kielbasa.
But you want a pair of each?
Yeah.
Kielbasa, it's a good seller.
And they don't know that there are so many kinds of
Different
kielbasa,
options. Right,
different
yeah.
They
options.
just come in and ask, do you have kielbasa? And we're like, yeah, we have a different one.
Stuffed cabbage.
Stuffed cabbage, which is like awesome seller.
And their best-selling pierogies.
That's our pierogi. They're all handmade. People love it.
What is pierogi?
So pierogi are dumplings. It's like similar to a pasta dough,
Yep.
dumpling filled with different stuffing.
Everything is imported from Poland, and they also keep the deli fully stocked with Polish groceries and products. And early this year, unbeknownst to them, Taste of Home magazine named the Polka Deli the best deli in Maryland.
Someone else tagged us under the article, whatever, and that's how we found out. We had no idea. And it started. People started to pour in through the doors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're very proud.
Maria and Joanna will tell you they frequently get new customers. You come here often?
No, actually, my first time. It looks really nice.
But there's a strong group of regulars.
She's here almost every day. She always asks for suggestions. Then she says they were good and she's coming back more.
Everything is great. I'm getting a sandwich for the first time. It's just, everything is just so, so good.
I traveled Europe a lot before I retired and after I retired, so this sort of gives me that European flavor that I desire from time to time.
Both women say they love doing business in Montgomery County. The diversity in cultures reflects positively on the county as a welcoming place to grow.
You talk a little bit about, why this is a good community, why you decided to start the business here, and how you've enjoyed just being in Silver Spring, being in Montgomery County, and how that's impacted your business.
I think it's because of the mixture of people. People are willing to try new things. They're open to new things. They're not gonna go and only have like Italian food in Italian communities or whatever. They, as you mentioned before, and this one, not a huge plaza, we have sushi, we have pho, we have Mexican and Greek, and everything is doing well, I think, as we talk to the owners and everything, because of the mixture of people. They want to try new stuff and they like variety of foods.
So if you're ever in the mood for authentic Polish food, pay a visit to the Polka Deli. Bułka z masłem. It's a piece of cake. We all know that scheduling an appointment for a COVID-19 vaccine can be an exhausting process. But two Montgomery County High School students have developed a new website specifically designed to help notify county residents when and where vaccines are available. Adam Lederer and Nicholas Fedek have been friends since they were students at Argyle Middle School.
I believe we had an Innovative Minds class together, which is just an engineering class, something we both took together. And we did a project in that class. We got to know each other, and that friendship continued on to 8th grade, where we got into more like computer science-based classes, learning Java, web development, stuff like that.
As Nicholas moved on to Wheaton High School and Adam to Clarksburg High, they remained friends and continued to work on projects together. They heard about how people were having difficulties scheduling vaccine appointments, so they decided to put their tech skills to use to help folks get information on available appointments.
So basically how it works is whenever there's like an update throughout different websites, our program basically goes to the different web pages such as CVS, Walgreens, etc. And they actually grabs the information we need, sends it back over to our web page, and then processes that to then display on the screen.
Mocovax has been up and running for less than 2 weeks and already has close to 100,000 unique users.
They said, "Thank you guys so much. Using your website, I was able to get my dad a vaccine after trying for 2 weeks." And so we're glad that we're able to fill the void and give them the opportunity to get the vaccines that they need.
The site is lightning fast, updating information every 100 milliseconds.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, this is what it would look like.
Wow.
You don't have to sign up like a million things or put your email, text message. All of it's available to anyone. We wanted to make it very accessible, and we thought that was really important to make it accessible. And so it was all centralized in one place for anyone. And so people could just go to the website, and if they're in need of a vaccine, hopefully within the next half an hour, they can find a vaccine that easily.
So we just need to fill in all of this and click schedule it.
They've also set up an Instagram where they are connecting with young people who are trying to find appointments for their older family members.
Through this COVID pandemic that we find ourselves in, government can't do it alone. And so many people have stepped up and said, how do I do my part to make sure that I'm helping my community, that I'm helping my fellow man, to make sure that I can contribute. And all of these things have created this call, but also an awareness amongst the many of our young people who have grown very passionate about what it is that they need to do to continue to make sure that they have an even better society.
Just this week, they expanded their site to Howard County at the request of one of their friends. The pair does all of this work in their free time when they are not busy with their studies.
Me personally, since I'm managing the monitor, 5 hours per day. It takes a lot of updates and stuff to keep up with the websites.
Councilmember Nancy Navarro serves on the Education Committee. She sent a message congratulating the pair on their good work.
For using your incredible talent to help our residents navigate the vaccination process through your awesome website, Mocovax. You are what makes our county special.
That's pretty nice.
That's very nice. Yeah, that's super nice.
Yeah.
Both young men say they appreciate the work of the government in its efforts to vaccinate the community and sees this website as just another tool in the toolbox.
In my opinion, there's been a lot of comments about how, the government can't do a lot, but personally, in my opinion, I feel like they've done a lot. At least, they're trying their best, and I just decided to do this one favor and help them out a tiny bit, if that's what you consider it.
It feels really good, but I think I feel really good helping our teachers. And we've had plenty of teachers reached out to us to our Instagram or even our past teachers, through email, telling us that they were able to get a vaccine because of us. And it feels really good to be able to do that. It feels good to give back to the community.
You can see the good work of Nicholas and Adam by visiting mocovax.com. Sometimes your best ideas come when you least expect it, which is the case for Lisa and John Thompson of Rockville, who came up with a winning concept while walking around their neighborhood.
I would see the kids in the neighborhood, and we were wearing masks at the time when we were walking, and I thought, what do the kids think about all this? This must be so scary and so confusing for them.
A writer, Lisa Thompson, and her husband, John, an artist, thought more about how children were dealing with the new normal of mask wearing, so they decided to partner up to publish Lucy's Mask, a story about a young girl who learns her mom is making her a mask, but not the type of mask she's thinking of.
She thinks her mom is making her a traditional mask that covers her eyes. So she runs off to her toy box and where all of her costumes are. She's a very imaginative child, and she digs around till she finds one of her masks that she already has, and she puts it on, and this, just sort of sparks her imagination, and she starts to think about all the things she can be, which is, of course, when her mom comes and explains that it's a different kind of mask.
Lucy's Mask was published last spring using Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing, and it's been on Amazon's bestseller list with thousands of reviews.
I drew her by hand, scanned it in, and then...
When John Thompson began to create Lucy's character, he thought of his own daughter, the youngest with 3 older brothers, and tough as nails.
It became immediately clear to me exactly what this could look like. It's very, very visual. What she came up with was a very visual idea. And it took a while to get the character of Lucy squared away. But once we did, it started to fall together pretty quickly.
So the face mask comes in at the very end of the book, and you know, the little short and sweet line that her mom tells her that this is a different kind of mask. And then just kind of on, you know, the last page is her walking through the neighborhood with her mom, and she's wearing her mask.
You know, the next logical question would be why are you a superhero when you wear a face mask? And that would be the conversation starter that teachers and parents could have.
Hi, my name is Caroline. I'm the educator at Louisiana's Old State Capitol.
And that conversation is happening across the country. Lucy's Mask has appeared virtually in classrooms.
Welcome to Story Time with Miss LaPerry.
And it's going to share with us how we can be superheroes and wear our masks.
Living rooms.
Lucy's Mask.
And even in the office of Councilmember Will Juwando.
With this mask, you truly help to save the world.
For his weekly virtual story time.
You know what I like about this book, Lucy's Mask, is that it's about how much fun you can have with masks. The masks that go over your eyes, masks that go over different parts of your face, but that with this mask, the mask that I'm wearing, you can have fun and be a superhero with your mask.
We didn't want to turn this into a science lesson or have it be something that kids would start rolling their eyes over. Her mom explains that this mask will make her a superhero because she's protecting other people from germs and herself from getting sick from germs.
The Thompsons are measuring the success of Lucy's Mask, not with numbers and sales, but with real-life affirmation from parents who have used the book to simplify the complexities their children may feel about wearing a mask.
With this kind of mask, we'll help save the world.
We've had parents reaching out to say that their child refused to wear the mask, that they were upset with it, they didn't like it. And after reading Lucy's Mask, it changed their mind totally, and they started wearing their masks. In some cases, the child didn't want to take the mask off. So that was just so heartwarming.
This will be coming out in a week or two.
The Thompsons have a second book, Lucy's Quiet Day, that will be released this month on Amazon, where you can find Lucy's Mask. Well, that does it for this episode of Made in Montgomery. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kenedy. Thanks for watching.